Hey everyone, got a review video for you today. I got this guitar about 5-6 weeks ago. I didn't do an unboxing video because I just had too much other things going on at the time, but I did want to still make a video on this guitar. This is a Schecter Reaper 6 FRS. Schecter is a brand that I've been wanting to check out for quite some time. I have limited previous experience with Schecters. I've had buddies that have owned Schecters that I've played, and I've come across a few in music stores and picked them up and played them, but never personally owned one until now. Like I said, this is a Reaper 6 FRS. Go over some of the specs. It's got a solid swamp ash body with a natural finish on the back. It's got a poplar burl top, which this is a veneer if that matters to you. It doesn't really matter to me, but some people it does. It's got this particular finish is called Inferno Burst. There are two other finishes that this comes in. There's a charcoal burst, which is kind of like a gray burst finish, and then there's also a sky burst, which is basically a blue burst finish. Like I said, this is the 6 FRS version. The 6 meaning it's a 6-string. FR means it's got a Floyd Rose. This is a Floyd Rose 1500 series. It's basically just like a Floyd Rose 1000 series, except for it has stainless steel screws and it has a pop-in bar instead of the screw-on collar that most Floyds have. From my understanding, the 1500 is something that's exclusive to Schecter guitars. You can't buy them brand new separate. All the Floyd Rose 1500s that you buy separate, they're all basically used, and they're either on like eBay or Reverb. And then as far as the electronics go, you have a three-way switch, master tone, master volume. With this, and then in the bridge pickup, it's Schecter calls this their Diamond Decimator pickups. It's a Schecter branded pickup. It sounds pretty good. And then the S in the 6 FRS stands for sustainiac. This version has a sustainiac in the neck, and then you have your controls for the sustainiac. There are a couple other versions of this. There's the 6FR version, which basically it's got the Floyd but no sustainiac, so you just have another decimator pickup in the neck. And then there's the Reaper 6 version, which is basically just a hardtail version of this with the decimator pickups and a 6-string, and then there's a 7-string version called the Reaper 7, which that's basically just like the Reaper 6, except for it's a 7-string basically. And then there is also a Reaper 6 custom version of this. Those come in two gloss finishes, either white or black, solid colors. And then they do have a couple other appointments that are in upgrades compared to this version. But yeah, I don't know too much about those. Going up the neck, it's got an ebony fretboard, 24 medium jumbo frets. You have offset pearloid dot inlays. It's got a 5-piece maple and walnut neck. It is a set neck. And then you have a reverse matching headstock, and then 6 inline tuners. They are Schecter branded tuners. It's got a locking nut. With this being the Floyd Rose version, it does have the locking nut on it. The non-Floyd versions, they have a tusk nut made by Graphtec. So anyways, those are basically the specs on it. I'll go ahead and give you some close-ups of it, and then I'll also go over some more of the guitar, and then I'll plug it in and you can see how it sounds. Alright, so here's what the guitar looks like up close. As you can see, you have the poplar burl top with the figuring in there. It's real nice. It is a veneer, if that matters to you. It really doesn't matter to me a whole lot. And really on this guitar here, you wouldn't be able to have the exposed bodywood and the arm carve like this unless you did a veneer. So it's kind of necessary on this guitar. I think it looks really nice, real cool. Here's your control layout here. You have your three-way switch, you have your master tone, your master volume, and then you have your sustainiac controls here. There's the bridge here. It is a Floyd Rose 1500 series, which is similar to a Floyd Rose 1000, except for you have stainless steel screws here. And then the bar is actually a pop-in bar. It pops in, just kind of pops in, presses in, and you can just pull it straight out. which is real nice as opposed to most Floyds with the screw-on collar. On the bridge here, there is a set, as you can see, barely see, there is actually a set screw there, right there. You can use a small Allen wrench to adjust how tightly the bar sits in there. So if you want it, some people like it kind of loose and floppy, some people like it to stay put, but you can adjust it however you like, which is nice. There's the bridge pickup there, the Schecter diamond decimator humbucker, and then there's the sustainiac pickup on the neck position. Moving on to the back of the guitar, as you see, we have the swamp ash body, solid swamp ash body. It is a 3-piece body. You can see a seam line here, and then there is one more seam line here. There's a look at the control cavity. It is full-size pots. I believe they're alpha pots. There's the circuit board for the sustainiac. It is an active system. As you can see, there's a 9-volt battery right here. And then we do have the 3-way switch, and then you do have the finish wires for the bridge pickup here. So if you wanted to swap out one of the pots or add a switch and do a basically wire up a coil split, it is possible. I'm probably not going to do that on this guitar just because I already have a few guitars with coil splits, so I'm probably just going to leave this guitar the way it is. And then we have here, we have the trem cavity here. As you can see, it does look like it's got a brass trem block, which is real nice. That's a real nice appointment there. And then moving on to the neck, the neck joint on this is really nice. Real smooth, like real seamless. Like if you were to just kind of hold it and not look at the back, you'd almost think this is a through neck or a neck through design. It's really nice. As you can see, you have your 5-piece maple neck here. You have your maple and then the walnut stripes that go through. There's the tuners there, the 6-in-line. They're just Schecter branded 6-in-line tuners. Nothing real special about these. They work really well. They feel good. I really don't have any problem with them. I'll probably just keep them on there just because they really don't need anything more than that. And then moving on the other side of the neck here, we have the ebony fretboard with the 24 medium jumbo frets and the pearloid dot inlays that are offset. The fretwork on this was really nice. Real nice fretwork on this. I really like the fretwork, and I don't know if you can see, but the edges were actually rolled at the factory, so you have a real nice plate-in feel. There's a locking nut. Like I said on the non-trem style guitars, or the hardtail versions of these, it's a tusk nut. And then there's the headstock there. It is a matching headstock. I really like what they did with the headstock, where it matches, and even this part here kind of matches the body where the arm carve is. We have the exposed wood there with the logo, so that's really cool. So that's basically what the guitar looks like up close. I'll go ahead and I'll plug it in. You can see how it sounds. All right, so I have it all plugged in for the playing demo. I'm going to be using my Orange Crush 35 RT. For the crunch tones, I have this little Music Lily vintage overdrive pedal that I use quite a bit. It's kind of like a little Tube Screamer clone. And then for the dirty tones, I'm just going to be using the dirty channel on the amp. So here's what the bridge pickup sounds like clean. Here's the middle pickup here, or the middle position, I should say. And then here's the neck pickup. One thing about the neck pickup, it's actually technically a single coil pickup, with it being a sustainer. So only this side is the actual pickup. So it's basically like an active single coil pickup. And then this side here is the transducer for the sustainer. I'll actually demo the sustainer system too later. But this is what the neck pickup sounds like on the clean channel. chimey. I really like the neck pickup on this. Sounds a lot like the neck pickup on a Strat, or at least to me it does. So those are the clean tones. Here's a little bit of crunch. Here's what the bridge pickup sounds like with a little bit of crunch. And then here's the middle pickup, or the middle position. I keep saying middle pickup. It's middle position. The neck pickup. And then here's some dirty tones. This is really what this guitar was made for. It is a bit of a shred machine, or a metal guitar. So here's the bridge pickup on the dirty channel. And then here's the middle position. Here's the neck pickup. Alright, I really like the neck pickup on this. I think it's got quite a bit of clarity to it. I think probably because it's a single coil. I really don't use the neck pickup on a lot of my guitars because I just think it sounds kind of muddy. I kind of live on the bridge pickup, but I use the neck pickup on this guitar quite a bit. And then now we have the sustainiac system. So basically the sustainiac, you have two controls. You have your on-off switch here, and then you have a three-way toggle switch. This is your mode switch. So in the down position, it's sustain mode. Basically, you can just hold the note forever, basically until the battery in the sustainer system runs out, if you really wanted to. You have, in the up position, you have harmonic mode, which is basically, it's kind of like a feedback type effect. And then you have, in the middle position, it's a combination of the two modes. But basically, like I said, and then it bypasses, when you engage the sustainiac, it actually bypasses the selector switch, so only the neck pickup is active. It's only taking tones from the neck pickup. It actually shuts this coil off and then goes to the transducer on the sustainiac. It basically works the opposite of how a pickup works, is the way they do it. Pickup uses electromagnetism to basically take the vibrations from the string and turn it into an electrical signal. This basically uses electromagnetism to create a magnetic signal that vibrates the string. So really the exact opposite of how a pickup works. But like I said, you can do a lot of cool things with it. Like I said, you can just hold the note forever. I mean, you could just hold this for as long as you wanted. You can do all sorts of stuff like that. You do have to, like, if you're just holding a single note, you do have to mute the other strings. The other strings will start vibrating, but you can also do some really cool, because of that, you can do some really cool, like, volume swell type effects, like, or you can do like, you can kind of make it sound a bit like a violin, kind of like what you could do with an EBow, if you remember those things. Cool cool stuff like that. And then harmonic mode's pretty cool. You can do a lot of, like, basically you can just create feedback effects, so you can hold the note, engage your sustainiac, and it just, you can do stuff like that. And then the middle mode, that's my favorite mode. You can do a lot of cool stuff. You can basically hold a note and then just get some cool, like, really cool feedback effects, like, I do find it works best too if you kind of like engage it at certain times, like if you don't keep it on all the time, like, so for instance, like, stuff like that. One cool thing about the harmonic mode is you can do dime squeals with the whammy bar really easy, um, and you can hold it forever. It's pretty cool. So for instance, like, I bumped it with my finger, but as you can see, you can just hold this forever, and you can just mess with the whammy bar forever, and it just doesn't stop. You can just, not until you, and basically until you mute the string with your finger. So yeah, that's some of the cool stuff you can do with the sustainiac, and that's what the guitar sounds like. All right, so there you go. That is the Schecter Reaper 6 FRS. Um, Honestly, yeah, this is a great guitar. I really like this guitar. Really been impressed with it. Just yeah, real nice quality. I don't plan on changing anything on it. In fact, the only thing I changed on it was the string gauge. It ships with tens, and I just put nines on just because out of personal preference. But yeah, real nice guitar. I really have nothing bad to say about this. My first real experience with Schecter has been great. If you're interested in checking one of these out yourself, they're available in all the major retailers. Um, they're really not hard to find. Um, this particular version, the 6 FRS version, goes for about 1,200 brand new. Um, the FR version with just the Floyd Rose and the 2 decimator pickups, that goes for about 1,000. And the Reaper 6 version with the hardtail and the decimator pickups, that goes for about 800. And then the 7 string version goes for about 1,049. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you have one of these, or if you have any Schecters, let me know your experience with Schecter, good or bad. Like I say, they can't all be winners, even though this guitar is great. And then be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks.